All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's stream. We're currently waiting on Ace. Of course, he's a staple of every stream. But tonight, joining us, we have Samson from East Coasters, as well as Ryan, Mr. Toro. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, go right ahead.
Ryan, you first.
Thanks. Hey guys, it's me, Mr. Toro. I've been in Colin's videos a lot. Good to be here.
Guys, Samson from East Coasters. Apparently, my partner, he cannot be here tonight, so I'm going to represent for both of us. I do basically, well, I can say the same thing as Colin. I do the same thing as Colin now, and we both share the same thing, so nice to be here.
Yeah. So, tonight's stream, we don't really have any particular topics to go over, just going to kind of go with the flow. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in there. Of course, in terms of the coaster community, what's happened ever since the last stream, we had Iaapa. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend, but there was a lot of really cool stuff to come out of Iaapa. Big thing with Six Flags, where you can see that Six Flags was working with, I believe, ProSlide, which is a big water slide company. So hopefully we'll see some water coasters coming to the Six Flags parks, as well as them working with Skyline Attractions. So hopefully we'll see some of their single rail coasters coming to the parks. And of course, there was a bunch of train reveals. And for us New Jersey coaster enthusiasts, which knows all three of us here, we had the announcement from Steel Pier and Premier Rides with a brand new Skyrocket 2, as well as a Wild Mouse coming to our Steel Pier down in Atlantic City, which is very exciting. Of course, now we can see in the bottom left, Ace has joined us. Ace, welcome to the stream.
Good evening, folks.
Oh, Ace isn't with us yet. Okay. But, yeah, a lot of exciting stuff to come out of Iaapa and everything. What do you guys think about what came out of Iaapa thus far?
Oh my God. Honestly, Vekoma's tilt coaster looks like it can have so many different variations of the model. That stood out to me. For some reason, Skyline stood out as well. Like I can see. So this is such a shocking community anyway that they can actually in a couple of years they can be one of the better contenders. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You never know. It's like you never know.
Ryan?
I think Wildcat's Revenge train looks pretty sick. So does that surf coaster coming to SeaWorld Orlando. That looks fun too. So I'm excited to see when I get down there how that is.
Ace, what do you think about Iaapa, if you're with us yet?
Is that I paid attention to it?
Can you repeat that?
Can you hear me?
You're a little choppy.
First year. Just a second.
Start out with the bang.
First, I followed it because I never used to check it out.
Anything else? I can't really tell if you're still talking. You're kind of frozen.
How about now?
Yeah.
What?
Let me redo it.
I think I'm having some connection issues on my end too, so that could be. Oh, he's gone. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that was pretty short-lived. Let's see here. Let me take a peruse through the chat here, see if we have any questions that are worth answering. There's Ace. Ace, can you hear us?
Now?
Yeah, you're better
I
now.
can hear y'all. Now, what I was alluding to was that the fact this was my first year that I followed Iaapa, and I was impressed. Just like I concur with Ryan with the Wildcat train. Pretty interesting. Looking at the cat after the front of the car, and the other stuff that they had over there for the new coasters, and even hearing the announcement about the Steel Pier, about the Skyrocket and the Mouse. It's pretty cool.
Definitely. Now, I know Ace was very adamant that I make this clear too during the stream. The order in which we will answer questions will go from top left to Samson to Ryan, and then we'll end out with Ace and go in like a circle almost. Sound good, Ace?
Sounds great.
Okay.
That's good.
All right, so let's see. We'll start off with this question from Sky Guy R12 Turn. Hey, Colin, when and what is the next Public Thoughts video? The next Public Thoughts video is already done and made. It's Public Thoughts on Wildcat's Revenge. It's edited, ready to go. I just got to figure out when I want to pump it out. I'm going to say probably sometime this week, maybe before Thanksgiving. I guess we'll see. But yeah, it really depends.
Here.
Is that who? Yes, it is. It's Joe.
Oh, cool.
He's
Oh,
here.
cool.
He's Joe. I didn't know he was coming. I was getting angry. Somebody was in my house, but it's Joe. He's getting a chair.
Oh, wow.
I'll put you guys on landscape.
Oh, wow. And real quick, look, Ryan, look what I have on today. I have the Toro shirt on. You see it?
Dogs.
I like it.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus
My
Christ.
favorite one.
You got Mr. Toro
Oh, Mr.
representing
Ka,
Mr.
Mr.
Ka,
Toro.
and Mr. Ka representing
Nice.
Mr. Toro.
That's awesome. That I dig. That's great stuff here. It's good stuff. Nice.
All right, let's see here. When will we see my friend James again? Whenever James decides he wants to be on the stream again. Let's see here. Greetings from Staten Island. Hello. Greetings from Dollywood. Hope you're having fun there. Do you think Six Flags impulse bought at Iaapa? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. What do you guys think?
Do I think? Oh, Phil's question. Do we think Six Flags impulse bought Iaapa? Yeah, actually, yeah. No, yeah.
I'm just getting here.
No, I think so. No, I do think so. I do think so. With the way things are going, they never had. I don't know. There's no bad blood, and it just makes sense. It financially it makes sense.
Yeah. Ryan?
Yeah, without a doubt they did. They're starting to get their feet wet again and say, oh, okay, let's go add big additions. Like not super additions, but stuff that people can enjoy as a family and enjoy over time and again and again.
Mm.
That's what I think.
Ace?
Yeah, I concur with that. It's definitely feasible for the chain. You know, it's family friendly and it's not too expensive. So that's pretty much everything in one for them to buy it. You know, yeah.
Hold on. I gotta address something. To the user, Samson. I don't have a P in my name. Do you sometimes sneak your GoPros on rides? No, actually, we're on great terms with Cedar Fair as well as Six Flags, and SeaWorld speaks for itself. So, the fourth time I got that question, I'm sure we got it. We don't have to do that. Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm glad
guys.
we got that cleared up because I figured that'd be a question.
It was gonna happen anyway.
Yeah.
It was bound to happen.
All right, let's see here.
Diamond
As my answer a little, I guess to go off about this a little more, I definitely see some Skyline single rail family coasters coming to the Six Flags parks. I know Salim, like I said in my video analyzing it, I think Salim, again, he wants to introduce new record-breaking coasters, but maybe that caught their attention too. And like, all right, well, we can do both. We can do the big record-breaking coasters and the family editions, and that's a perfect family coaster right there. I mean, no one that I know has ridden it other than like a couple people with the one up in Massachusetts, but there hasn't been a full-size Skyline single rail coaster built yet that's family-oriented. So I'm really curious to see like how it compares to the Skywarps, if it's smoother. Yeah, I hope it is. But I think overall it could be a really good addition for the Six Flags parks.
Yeah, no, I agree. Colin, I kind of have a question for you, Colin. Do you see like smaller investment coaster-wise, or do you see mostly flats for the Six Flags chain next year?
I'm thinking next year we're not going to see coasters other than Aquaman. I think it's just Aquaman.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see a couple flats. I'm not betting on it, though. I think it's still going to be more park modifications and beautification, as they call it. And then 2024, as we all know, is going to just blow everyone's mind.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
At least it better. I hope it does.
No, right there with you. No,
makes sense.
Yeah, 2024 2024 is the year that makes sense for all the chains.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just hope that it was you, Colin, that alluded to beautification, or you, Samson, about the beautification.
It had to be Colin. No, it had to be Colin. It had to be
Oh,
Colin.
great. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. You give Salim Basu a couple years to just pretty much balance everything out. And then, yeah, why not? You know, you pretty much make the parks look better. And so it can appeal to the, you know, to the crowd, to the GP. And then you go for, you know, for the big stuff. So 20.
Yeah.
That looks like 24. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Definitely.
First parks next year. Where's everybody going? Like their first trip. Anybody have anything? Who's playing? I know you guys are
Yeah.
all starting to play.
Yeah.
Where you guys
Yeah.
going?
Let's hear
do.
from you, Ace, first.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, well, hopefully it's a tough year because everything is new scattered around the country, and all except Ohio. All of my trips are pretty much dependent on when the new coast is going to open. So I'm kind of looking at March if the new SeaWorld coasters open up, the Dark Castle and the paint. What is that thing? The surf coaster at SeaWorld Orlando. If that opens, then I could do the Busch Gardens, Kings Dominion, Six Flags America, and Florida trip.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the same thing for the Southeast trip. That's dependent on Air Force One. I gotta wait for Air Force One to open and the bear coaster at Dollywood, because that'll be the Southeast trip. So,
Right.
maybe Great Adventures my first park like I did this year, or who knows? If those coasters do open in March, then I'll be down in Florida and Virginia at the end of March. But it's a huge chance it could be Great Adventure as my first day, like this season.
Yeah.
So, Turo, of course, much for you, Mr. Turo. It'd be great for us to all be there to get that in.
I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah.
See, I mean, in terms of park trips next year, we have nothing concrete planned yet. Let's see. I mean, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, it's inevitable it's going to happen because it's not very far from us. Star Coaster's opening. We might as well go check it out. So that's going to happen, I imagine, for sure. Of course, Great Adventure in Dorney is definitely going to happen. Hershey with Wildcat is definitely going to happen. Outside of that, in terms of like big trips, we don't have anything definite planned yet. I definitely want to move more towards where we haven't been yet, like, say, the West Coast maybe. I don't know. Maybe Europe.
Yeah.
I mean, anywhere, really. I want to move to where we haven't been yet. So, like, I definitely want to say, like, get back down to Georgia to get on Air Force when it opens and a few other rides that are opening new. But at the same time, I kind of want to move to new parks. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah. And I forgot one thing too. I haven't been there since the same year you guys went, Colin, when y'all did your. What was the name of your trip that you did with you and your dad and Chris? And Chris and Bob. What was the
2020? That's the Lone Star Summer trip.
Yeah, I did my version too. I split them up. I did one. I flew to Texas, and then the rest of them I drove to the Triangle, Missouri parks.
Oh, that's right, Ace. That's the trip where you did exactly what we were doing, just backwards and before us, right?
Yeah. I had my plans right out because what happened was, I hate to say this, but it is the truth. Everything opened up, obviously in June. Well, in May. And Texas was the first one to open. So I had to flock down there after having 5.5 months, a new record in the last 7 years, and not having any roller coaster rides because, you got Valley in the Park and all these long seasons now since 2015. So I just had to go flock to Texas, and everything else followed, thank God. Great Adventures, Cedar Point, the Missouri parks, Ohio, Maryland, and then I just took over from there. So I want to go to Texas for the first time in 3 years, especially with you guys alluded to, Samson, with the tilt coaster at Cottoland. So I have to wait until they open up that part of Cottoland to go down there and to do Aquaman and all the other stuff in Oklahoma, Frontier City. So I'm going to do all of those in 5 days.
Yeah, I love those. I love those little random parks, especially not even random, but like something small like Frontier City. I always wanted to get out to because you never know. You never know who's going to pick up that park or leave it.
It's true. And you also have VDTs too, the only switchback reverse wooden coaster.
Yes.
Yep.
I want to do that too. Because Donnie unfortunately didn't get it due to the pandemic. They were supposed to, there was plans, but that stalled everything. They, hopefully it didn't get shelved completely.
I have to jump down here real quick to Filthy NJ's comment. Don't ever tell Ace where you're going.
I was just reading that.
And because he will go on the same trip, like what you did in 2020, like I just alluded to.
Oh man!
But hey, it's all fun and games.
Yeah, it is.
Ryan, did you have any trip plans you wanted to share?
Huh?
Did you have any trip plans you wanted to share?
Well, this past September, I went to Carowinds for the first time. Went to King's Dominion and Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. So I'm up to 128 coasters now.
Nice.
And
That's
I rode
great.
on. That thing was awesome. That thing really blew my mind. But 305 is now my number one. Toro is third, and Fury second.
Good
Wow.
choice.
Damn.
Toro
Good choice.
finally
Yeah,
got
that's
the crown.
because yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. I think we have
Congrats.
305 over Fury though. Both of us. Right?
I do.
I do. Yeah.
I might have to
Yeah.
agree with that.
On
I
305,
have, yeah, 305 is great.
Yeah.
305 is great. I have that definitely in my top 15 because I've been on over 511 closes. And congratulations on you. How much, Ryan? 100 and what?
128.
Congratulations. That's great. Breaking 125. That's awesome. It's great.
All right, moving on to the next question here from
Okay.
Mason Dustin. I could see the B&M Surf Coaster just be a one and done for B&M. I think it really depends on how the ride is. I mean, I looked at the trains. Obviously, we all did from Iaapa. I think it's promising, but the problem is I still think you're going to have the leg pain. I don't think that's going to go away. And you still have the bicycle seat, which for all us dudes, it's not comfortable.
Yes.
And I really don't know if there's any way around it. So personally, I think you may be right. It really depends on how comfortable the ride is.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else from you guys?
Samsung, Ryan. Well, listen, just like in regards to all of the stand-ups, that the B&M stand-ups, hey, you're just gonna have to take it. That's basically what I'm seeing with this one. If we can deal with the, I don't want to sound too bogus. That's why I said it that way. You're just gonna have to take it that way, because we had to deal with the old-fashioned B&Ms like the Green Lantern and the Georgia Scorcher, and the other B&Ms. So hey, if we can deal with that, we shouldn't have a problem dealing with this one, this two-seater.
Hey, Ace.
Yeah.
You got a candle or a LED spotlight or something?
No, actually, I'm sitting in my recliner right now, and I got the glare of the lights. That's what's going on. So I'm sitting in my recliner, being comfortable. Hey, it's better than me laying down.
Like I'm talking to the Lord. I'm like,
I know. It's better than me. It's better than me laying down. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Man.
Yeah, I'll tell you. You know what's crazy, Colin? I'm not gonna say it here. I'll wait till we get off the stream. But remember the thing, the roller coasters are you know what? I'll tell you guys afterward when you're speaking about the Lord, but I don't want to.
Okay. Well, let's move on to the next question then. And Ryan, I noticed you had an tire change.
What did you do? Oh wow, that's a great coaster. Versus what? Hurler?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one.
I got
to credit.
I rode Hurler at Carowinds and I rode Peppers at Dominion. I'm like, I got
okay.
Has all the stats
next up here, we have could Green Lantern get a pipeline treatment with its trains like SeaWorld or Orlando, and could King Dakar get a top fuel dragster treatment in the future? First of all, we don't know what the top fuel dragster treatment is yet, so we're really gonna have to wait and see what they actually wind up doing with it.
Yeah,
truly, I'm not too sure what they're gonna do with it, honestly. With regards to Green Lantern getting a pipeline treatment, again, I don't know that it's going to make the ride better, so I don't know if they should put it on Lantern. Personally, I enjoy it, but that doesn't mean everyone enjoys it. So maybe some people will like the pipeline trains better. It really all comes down to personal preference. Samson, Joe, what do you guys think?
I don't think they're going to give I don't think Green Lantern would actually get a treatment. I don't think. I think it's going to stay. I think it's going to stay the way it is. I think actually that might be.
Oh, didn't it just get a maintenance on it?
Well, it got its yearly maintenance, but that's a given.
Maybe a fresh paint on the yellow part. That's it.
I don't think that. I think that coaster is going to be the first coaster to leave Great Adventure. Actually, I love it. I personally love it. I stand with the classic stand-ups, Georgia Scorcher, as well as the Riddler on the other side of the country. Yeah. I hear they're phenomenal. I don't see Great Adventure marketing Green Lantern as something potentially great in the next 5 years due to the DC, the whole theming dropping. And I don't think it's a good prop in front of the park for what they want to do to the park, what they say what they want to do to the park.
So I actually have a question with that one.
Yeah.
What if they use the new trains that they're using on the new stand?
Well, that's what they said. They said if they want to kind of adapt to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Who are you?
I'm just another guy, I guess.
My God.
I guess I didn't hear that part.
He's flying with the drone. No,
I mean, it would be your first time.
No, I don't see it. I don't see a renovation. I do think that it's either going to stay, but it's not going to stay for long.
Ryan?
That was a rant.
I think
It happens.
I think it's good for what it is. You have to tolerate those kind of coasters. I've been on 2. I've been on Lantern and Vortex at Carowinds. And I thought Vortex was great. I felt no headbanging.
Yeah,
no
we forgot about Vortex. Vortex, I mean, we only did in the front row, but like I was very reserved because the bike seating on Vortex is a lot less padded than we have here in Jackson. It's a lot. Like it looked like it was going to give a rough ride, but it was butter. That thing was butter.
It was smooth as can be.
And
as long as you know how to ride the ride, you're good.
Yeah, like forever. First of all, those who are watching too, like the same thing goes with Banshee at Kings Island. If you're looking for a rattle, you're gonna get a rattle. Like you're on a ride, you're going very, very fast. You should congratulate the ride for not throwing you off the track to begin with.
Yeah,
like it's like deal with it.
Yeah, and it also has to do with the wheels too. Obviously, that's a factor. No matter what roller coaster you go on, you're gonna have a rattle. But I can attest to it. I've been to all of the B&Ms, all the B&M stand-ups, and I have to say, and I'm sure you will concur with me with this, Colin. The Georgia Scorch is my favorite second favorite stand-up. Second to Riddler's Revenge at Magic Mountain, which is one of my favorite rides in the park since I've been going to Magic Mountain since 2006. And of course, Green Lantern is at the bottom. You know, Green Lantern gives you like the same thing Scream Machine used to give you. It beats the hell out of you. You know, kind of, you can definitely get rattled around, but it's a good ride. It's just that it beats your ears up a little bit.
Now to go back to a little uncomfortable. Banshee Ace, I think it's rough personally, but all the B&Ms at Kings Island are rougher than any other B&Ms because of the ground. The soil there is much looser.
Yeah.
You said because of the ground? Excuse me. Can you repeat that? You said because of the ground? Wow.
It's the foundation, dude.
Okay.
Ace, it's not a solid foundation. Well, for those big ass rides.
Yeah, it's huge.
Even Orion being as new as it is. Certainly, I think Orion is not the smoothest thing in the world. I mean, it's got rattle.
Yeah. But with the pipeline treatment, you know what? There was something we spoke about this before about other things about adding a launch like the Hulk. You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing the Surf Coaster trains on the Green Lantern if it did come to that. You know, hey, give it a try, because you obviously can't convert it to a flawless. And then with I don't know what the King Nakar. I don't know what's happening with Top Thrill Dragster. I can't really say anything about King Nakar's changing over until I know what's going to happen to Top Thrill Dragster.
I think Ka should stay exactly the way it is for as long as they can keep it that way.
True. Wouldn't that be the only 2 hydraulic launch coasters left with what's going on with Dragster and Accelerator?
Well, Accelerator's not having it's just having off-season maintenance as far as I know.
It's keeping the hydraulic?
Yes.
There's also the new one at Lost Island, Kanonan as well, right?
So 4, you're right. Yeah, that's the 5th. Yeah, there's 5 of them.
Storm Runner.
Storm Runner's keeping it.
Storm Runner will forever keep it though. That I think that's the best accelerator in the States.
Yeah, Storm Runner. You said what about Accelerator?
I don't remember now.
Lost Island, right?
No, not Lost Island. I said Kanonan at Lost Island. Or the newer name.
Matagani.
Yes. Thanks, Colin.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. Moving on to the next question. Another one from Sky Guy. Yes, it is too late to submit an analysis of Wildcat's Revenge, unfortunately. I finished the video. Also, the CEO is getting to add roller coasters, but what about water slides? I mentioned that earlier in the stream. They were in talk. It was shown on their Instagram account, and maybe their LinkedIn too, definitely their Facebook as well, that they were in talks with a water slide company, and it looked like it was Pro Slide. Looked like it. So expect some water slides and expect some Skyline single rails.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I concur.
Now, this is a good question. This is definitely more for the 2 of us up top here. Why did you start your channel? My channel has been around for, almost 8 years now. on December 4th, it'll be 8 years that this channel has been in existence. So I've been doing YouTube since, I want to say, like later 2014 when I was 8. So those videos are not good. I don't recommend watching them. They're all, pretty much all the old ones are kind of off this channel now. They're on the Hollywood Archives channel. And there's still some stuff on the Filthy NJ channel that I did before I got this account. But I started it because I really just enjoyed it. I didn't do roller coasters originally. Roller coasters were not the thing I did on YouTube. I did like Lego animations and short movies, you know, typical stuff. But eventually I got more and more into this. And I've been a coaster enthusiast almost all my life, honestly. I mean, I first went to Great Adventure when I was 2 years old. So I've had a very long history with roller coasters, and it had only grown with my interest in like Roller Coaster Tycoon and eventually watching roller coaster POVs on YouTube, and just grew and grew and grew. And well, now we're here. That's all I can really say about that. What do you guys have to say?
No, I mean, I knew that. He told us once.
Did we?
Yeah, I guess.
What about, why'd you guys start your channel?
I mean,
so all right.
I'll let him talk.
Yeah, a little bit of me, a little bit of me, a little bit of him, because we both share the same. All right. So when I was very little, it took me a while to get into roller coasters, like 12 to 13, and I had to break my fear because I was forced. I was literally shut up. I was literally forced on a flyer. I was actually forced on Superman as my first ride, and after that, I loved it. But at the same time, I wanted to travel the world, but I knew I had to get my life together too, because you can't just start a YouTube channel and start traveling unless you have it like that. Congratulations, but I didn't. So I got my career together. I have a good job, and that's what enables me to like actually live my dream. That's what it's considered a second part-time job now. Because we're able to say we do it professionally. Remember, I'm 29 years old. I'm not a kid. So it took me a while to get to this place because you have to develop relations with different people. Hey, there you are, Ace.
I changed your wardrobe.
Oh, he changed his shirt.
As far as Joe likes machinery. He likes we both like adrenaline.
So he likes talking.
Yeah. Go ahead, because I don't know you half as well as you do. So
I mean, I would hope not.
No, yeah.
So I'm into heavy machinery. I build decks, buildings first. Before that, and now I'm in heavy machinery, builders, excavation stuff, and well. The one thing that got me into it was American Scream Machine. That was my first coaster ever. So,
oh wow!
If you didn't know that, I love arrows. It doesn't beat me up. I'm used to it.
Yeah. A true engineer loves an arrow. Like you can like he's old school. So like anything. Yeah.
Pretty
I have
cool.
to drag him onto arrows, so it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But he dragged me back into it. I love drones. I love getting like different angles that nobody never gets, and I do that for work too sometimes. So it's just a passion that hopefully drinks something else. You never know.
Yeah, it all depends on you guys. Spread the word, especially Hollywood. Like the kid tries like 1,000 times harder. He's been around longer.
I thought he needs to be higher than what he is now.
He needs to be pushed because passion goes a long way, but at the same time, I give a lot of people crap for starting POVs, but he's the only kid that I would never ever try to do that because I know that was his intentions in the first place. Him and his father, I look up to both of them because if I had the same father, I would want that for my son and so on. So what he does is truly beautiful. You should pay attention to it and let him, as well as we, do it because he does it right as well. And he goes beyond great lengths to give you guys like the best content that you normally can't see. So please, like, give it all you can to Hollywood because Colin's like the best. He's the future, basically. You're going to be watching him the next couple of years. So get used to all of us.
Listen,
Thanks, I appreciate that.
I'm impressed. I really am. You two guys, you, Samson, and you, especially Colin. Listen, you put the E in eccentric in a positive way. Eccentric is known as negative. No, that's positive. to go to the lengths of doing all the videos and all that, it's a lot of damn hard work. And I have to say, Colin, I can never do it. All my energy is spent on riding coasters and walking around and running up and down, getting back on and off. So I have to give it to you. To have that energy and that resolve to do all of that and compassion, it's quite a bit. Which is, it's actually entertaining when you look at it.
Oh, it's
So
very
keep up the good work, guys. You, Colin, and you, Samson.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Especially with the selfie stick, it's pretty cool.
The what? Oh, yeah.
The selfie stick, yeah.
You know what?
Definitely.
I should break this out. Did you get one of these yet, Samson?
The who?
Did you get one of these yet?
Oh, wow.
Is that the really, really big one? Yeah, see, Colin, we all knew you were packing, all right? You don't have to say in front of everybody here.
That's a good one.
Close that up.
That's a big selfie stick. Wow. How long is that?
This one's 10 feet.
10 feet.
Well, you got one 10 feet, Samson?
Yes, yeah.
Not surprising. Not surprising. Yeah. How you like the iron glass?
I didn't get mine yet. I ordered it about a couple days ago. It was like $99, right, Colin?
That's cool.
Something like that, yeah.
That's cool. How you like the #1 coaster shirt that I got back in October, guys? #1 coaster,
nice.
Iron Glasses. How you like it, Colin?
It's very nice.
Yeah, you like it, Samson? And
I like
Ryan?
anything, man.
You got to ride that when you get a chance, Samson and Ryan. #1 coaster in the world. And you too,
Colin, what is your dad referring to when he says Colin almost killed me on the last trip? Like, does he mean literally, like, mentally and physically drained?
Or
yes, very drained, physically drained. I'll get to that when we get down there, because
wow,
not so easy to hold the GoPro, is it, Phil?
Oh my God!
All right, let's see here. From Monkey Man, Six Flags New England will get a new launch coaster from Premier Vekoma or S&S. I don't think so.
Six Flags.
I mean, maybe it's possible, but I wouldn't count on it. I don't see Six Flags working with a manufacturer who's not going to create a cheaper product other than B&M.
Wow.
I mean, if they're going to get a launch coaster, honestly, as crazy as it sounds, it might just be from B&M. I would love to see a Vekoma, a Premier, S&S. I think that'd be a perfect fit for the park. But I don't know if Salim's going to do it.
Let's see.
What do you guys think?
No.
Yeah, that's that. Colin just stole my words. I was just about to say that. Whatever's cheapest, and those don't look cheap. It has to be something cheap.
We're seeing the budget for $10 to $15 million rides go down to $3 to $5 million rides.
So maybe every 2 years, maybe 3.
It's not even the time frame. What you're looking at is how much patronage these people want to give the parks, and whatever's been happening with these parks too. It's not great. I'm not going to say it's bad because it's not our job to badly publicize any parks. But at the same time, if their reputation needs to precede them, they're going to need to feed some money into the parks in 2 areas: maintenance and staffing. And I know that's blowing money out the wazoo in both ways, but they have the funds. We're talking backing of accounts on top of funds that fund that park to begin with. It's not all about the people that feed in their money to the park, but it is about the way the park backs up their shit. So I do believe that Six Flags is like tumultuous, and that's a signal of actually a good company. You want the stock market, like as a company, you want to create a deep V, which means you want to go up and down very, very fast to gain the attention, but you also want to keep that increase so the park increases. Six Flags they dwindled in population coming into the parks, and that's the only thing that killed them this year. But maybe next year is completely different because everything's changing now. We have a lot of rides coming out. Theme parks are going crazy competitive now. So it's almost like another 2001, 2002. So I hope to God they learn, but if not, somebody will buy them. It's like not treating your girl right. If you're not going to, somebody else will. Like somebody can step in and just buy. Shut up. somebody can step in and just buy those parks. So if they need to do that, go ahead.
I'm also looking at Phil's comments.
I guess he summarized it a little bit, didn't he?
Me walking it down.
And speaking of that, actually, I actually have to totally pause the stream for a second because I am very happy to say that this video I've been working on all damn day is finally done. So we did walk the entirety of Dollywood today. Well, not today, when we were there. And I did a video. Whoa, did not mean to do that. Of us walking through the entire park during the Christmas town. Well, Smoky Mountain Christmas. Video is probably like 36 minutes of pure 360-degree footage. And it took 3 hours to process this on my computer. So
I bet, yeah. I know. It's fun, but it's so tedious.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was pumping out the Insta360 360 raw files from the Insta360 editor, and the one long one, I think it was like 27 minutes. It took 3 hours to process onto my disk, and then I had to put it into the timeline on DaVinci Resolve, then re-export it. So it took all day, but it's done now.
Yeah, I'm looking to do something like that. Are we doing anything in the park, Colin, like a drive-through this year at all for the holidays? No. We're not.
Nothing.
Mm-mm.
Okay, that answers my question. Did pretty damn fast.
Only the regular.
I was thinking probably the same thing you're thinking, and it got
right.
canceled.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah,
like it right out the sunroof or out the window. But,
yeah, or like on the bottom or something. Yeah.
Only the regular holiday in the park this year, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Next up, we have from Walter. Hey, Colin, the Diamond Pass now includes the 2023 season drink bottle. I'm just hoping they give a discount on Black Friday or Cyber Monday. That's actually good that they did that because the Diamond Pass is very expensive, and it's the only way you can purchase now to access all Six Flags parks. So it's good they did that because it was expensive. Let's see. Next up, whoops. Top 5 Six Flags parks that need a water coaster and top. Okay, I'm not gonna do top 5. I'm gonna do top 1 that need a water coaster and that need a Hyper or Giga. Top one that needs a water coaster is Great Adventure. Yep. Hurricane Harbor, I love Great Adventure, but Hurricane Harbor I'm not a big fan of. I think it really needs new additions. I think the only new slides it's gotten are the mat racers and the, whatever it's called, Tornado, I think it's called, which almost every water park has.
Yeah.
It's because they got rid of King Cobra, and then everything else has just been splash pads. They've gotten like nothing ever since Hurricane Harbor opened 22 years ago.
That's
so
crazy.
They really need to make that park bigger and give it a water coaster because Great Adventure gets stupid big crowds and Hurricane Harbor gets even bigger crowds and it can't accommodate them because it hits capacity all the time. So they really need to expand Hurricane Harbor. And as for a park that needs a Hyper or Giga, honestly, Fiesta Texas. But I don't know how they do that.
Yeah. Yeah, but
that's the toughest park to put anything over like 200 feet in.
Well, they can't even go off the cliff anymore either.
Yeah,
you don't got a lot of. They don't have a lot of room, and then Colin. Yeah,
it's the wind. It's the wind consistency too, man. I hear the rides close there all the time just because of that wind gap for that quarry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that quarry was pretty nice.
Beautiful Six Flags park, and they get the most praise.
Yeah,
so why are we talking any smack?
Yeah, that quarry was beautiful. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Oh yeah, whatever you said about the Great Adventure, I've been saying that for years. I don't know if I ever told you, Colin. Yeah, just like Six Flags New England, they should have a water coaster just like that. It's too many crowds to not to have a water coaster, especially if Six Flags New England has it.
Yeah.
Yep.
When was the last time Hurricane Harbor got an update, Colin? Like, not an update, a new attraction, a new section.
Big Wave Racer 2013.
No, they got a splash pad in 2019 called Calypso 3.
Yes, okay.
And it's literally just a little kiddie pool that replaced King Cobra.
Okay.
Calypso Springs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember used to see that massive snake. Like, it was a very intimidating water slide, and it was really cool. I went on it plenty of times.
It was cool.
Now it's in Mexico, which, I mean, fine. It's better that it didn't go to the scrapyard, but Great Adventure needed it.
Yeah.
It's now a volleyball court.
Yeah.
Now as for yeah, you're right about it. That's the only park that pretty much doesn't have a hyper, and with the Quarry Wall situation, that would make it extremely difficult to put a hyper or a giga in the great Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Yeah. Oh, what about Six Flags St. Louis?
Yeah, they could use it too.
They have the land. You ever been there, Samson, Orion? It's underrated.
St. Louis, we're going.
Yeah, St. Louis. There's a lot of land.
We're doing our Midwest trip. That's our first trip.
Oh, great. Oh, great.
Yes.
There's a lot of land.
Yeah, I have to. Wait,
yeah,
what?
we can't wait.
Yeah.
There's a lot of land out there. There's a lot of land to expand. It's so underrated, that park.
We'll definitely show it off. For
Like,
sure.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm dying to get on anything close to the Chiller. The Chiller was one of my favorite rides.
Oh,
so
Mr. Freeze is much better. Listen,
Hell
Mr. Freeze is much better. It's much better than Chiller ever was. You're gonna love it.
No, it's a more complete
You're gonna be in
layout.
heaven.
You're definitely right. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be in heaven on that one. You're gonna love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That park
Pretty
is
cool.
yeah. No, it's so slept on because like I really want to know what's gonna go on with the boss too. Like that seems like such. Oh,
that could be the
boss
best
is
RMC
nice.
coming.
yeah. I mean, it's. I don't think they're gonna. Yeah.
No.
I mean,
Yeah. Again.
They
you
could.
really think they're going to redo?
No, they're not gonna
Woody?
because they're not gonna refurbish the boss. They're not gonna retrack it.
No.
They're going to either they're going to RMC it or somehow do the other refurb.
Yeah.
And remember, they took about 300 or 400 feet off of it because they took out the helix. I got on it with the helix in 2015, but they 2016, but they are taking out the helix. No, I was right, 2015. They took out the helix. I don't see them doing any more work on it. Yeah, it's too important to the park.
Around.
What happened?
You get around.
What do you
Listen,
You get around more than we do.
Yeah, because listen, my madness began in 2015, a year before I met Kyle and Phil. And let me tell you something.
I remember. You murdered that guy. You burned your fingerprints. I understand. I get it.
Well, listen, I just went on and on and on. I have not returned. You know, it's like once you get started, that's it. I know. Once you get started, once you get started, you don't stop. It's like 2006 to 2015, and now that's why Colin and Phil does what they do. We all do this. Like once you get started, you can't stop. It's so hard.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That's what you got your season pass for. To use it. Use the damn season pass. That's what you got to do. Use them.
I thought we were just wasting.
I don't know. We're OG memberships.
Yeah, we are. Well, listen,
I tell you, Colin, the one question that I needed answers between you and Salim was that question. The 100% question
We'll still
answer
be
that
around.
we got. Yeah, thank God.
Well, we're legacy pass holders. We OGs. Damn it,
my
we
money
OGs.
every month.
You an
as
OG
long as
too,
it's
Ryan?
under $15.
You got a Diamond Elite?
I'm diamond.
And I'm platinum.
What about you, Ryan?
I'm a member, but I'm gold.
But hey, it doesn't matter. It still counts.
Because
Colin, you have the highest pass.
What can I say?
VIP. You have the VIP one. You got the highest one.
You can't beat it because you know what a gold pass is a month? A beer.
Yeah, it's only $16. It's only $17 a month. With the dining. With the dining. Y'all got the dining on yours too?
I don't have the dining pass, but I still get free.
What about you, Ryan?
25%.
You got the dining?
Still can't beat it.
New England coaster shops.
I had to put this up. I had to put this up. Dad, you almost made me die from this one. I'm going to put a statue of Ace in my yard since he's inspired us so much.
I thought
You know,
yeah.
Ace, you look like a spokesman for like the NAACP award or something.
Listen. Listen.
Phil,
Tom got me.
Actually visit you more often.
Listen, Tom got me beat for the food, but I love having my dining passes, man. This a great deal. A smorgasbord to have these passes with the dining, unbelievable. It's a steal, even though it's $30 a month for us guys, Colin, myself, or Diamond Elite or VIPs. It's just wow. You can't ask for nothing more for a Six Flags Diamond Elite or VIP or even a Gold Pass with the dining. You know,
you still get a discount on food regardless. It's nice.
50%. You get 50%.
It's more than what you can get now.
Oh yeah, well y'all guys got 35% because they got the legacy passes too, which is great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. The OG passes. You know.
Now, I'm just gonna pause for a brief moment. I gotta go refill my drink, but I will be back momentarily.
Oh, cool. Oh man, wow.
Listen,
oh man.
I see how it is, Colin.
Oh my God, we're all right. He's gone. He's gone.
No, not you so stupid. Well, listen, man, I'm telling you, it's amazing how I started. It's amazing how I started this craze and conquest of theme parks that I've always wanted to do as a child since the 80s and 90s. And man, I started with Magic Mountain in New England in 2006 as my like second and third passes of Six Flags parks. So now I've been everywhere. I've been to all the parks except Universal Hollywood.
I think we nailed everything.
And
I think we nailed everything on the
East
Coast.
I
think I got to integrate California and Texas into.
I got to do Wisconsin.
Oh, don't forget Canada.
Canada too, yeah.
Canada's
Alrighty,
cool.
I'm back. Back to order.
Yeah. He's like, oh, Colin's back.
I gotta leave now.
Don't tell him what we said.
Well, we have a lot of questions in the chat, so I'm just gonna kind of start blitzing through a lot of these because
Go.
All right. Shoot.
Would you rather get kiddie rides for Great Adventure or B&M Giga? If we're given the opportunity for a Giga, you got to take it.
Hell yeah.
Well, double first.
Oh, we got to get Little Devil 2 first.
That's obvious.
Do you think RMC was teasing something? They were walking around Iaapa and the T-Rex. I think they're teasing us by trying to. I can't say that. I think they're trying to screw with us. They're just trying to prey on everyone's hopes and dreams of a T-Rex. I don't think it's happening.
Exactly.
Don't you think for the 50th Great Adventure should have an accelerator racing coaster? That's a good word. They should.
Yes.
But we could have something else.
Yeah.
So.
Multi-launch.
Doing RMC.
Dueling multi-launch. Dueling RMC multi-launch.
West Coast races. East Coast races.
Or intimate.
What about an East Coast?
Opportunities are endless.
What about an East Coast races? Like,
that's what I want. I wanted that for Hershey Park, but now that I'm seeing Wildcat, that's fine. We can get the East Coast racers. We need. You know that's coming. It's coming to some park here.
Yeah.
What about an extreme spinner? We haven't had one around here.
Yeah. Who's gonna market the first extreme spinner up in the Northeast?
Hershey.
Yeah.
I don't know. They just got the new ride.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because they can apply.
New England needs a new ride. They just got rid of.
New England is going to get their either multi-launch or dive.
What do you guys think?
For 6
New England.
Next ride for. Oh, sorry, Colin. Go through the questions. I'm sorry.
Okay. I heard Iaapa had some issues this year. I wish I still went though. I heard it's had some issues too. Let's just leave it at that. Definitely were some issues. Skyrush is the best coaster I've ever experienced this year. Okay.
It's solid. It's good.
It's great. I mean, I do prefer personally. I prefer a lot, but Skyrush is still great.
Yeah, it's intense.
Do you think the beautification at Six Flags Parks is complete enough to move funds into capital expenditures? No, but I'm not going to complain if they move into CapEx. I think the parks still have a long way to go to become Cedar Fair level at least. They still have a ways to go. But if it's going to move as slow as it has been, just pull the plug, go straight into coasters at this point. I mean, you can't drain the parks like that.
Yeah, it's a lot of catching up to do in the last many years that they haven't been pretty much taking care of the park. So that's a lot. They've been neglecting the parks the last decade. So yeah, go for it. You know, hey, if you get an opportunity to get a new coaster in Capital, go for it.
Do you think after Iaapa, Six Flags going to consider getting an animatronic type Disney ride? No, because the majority of their parks already have it in Justice League. So.
Yes, they're Disney ride.
That's like the definition of Disney to start with. That's default for Disney. If anything, you gotta like elevate it, just like the Donkey Kong roller coaster at Epic Universe.
As hell too.
Yeah.
They just keep Disney is still on a new level.
Of course.
Well, H, you see that in the chat? My dad's just reminding you have to go in order. There's an order. There's a circle. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
The circle of life. The circle of talking.
Your circle of trust. Okay.
Circle
Okay.
of life.
It's the circle of trust,
I
fucker.
thought we were going to Lion King stuff.
Where do you think the first T-Rex coaster is going to go? Cedar Point. Why not?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't even know if it's going to happen at this point.
Dollywood or Magic Mountain?
What?
Maybe Dollywood. I don't know about Magic Mountain. I don't think Six Flags.
First
is
up, why is
Yeah.
everybody saying that they're going to rip out Viper in a couple of years? We got to get to Viper fast.
They have no reason to rip it out.
No, it's a
No.
very well maintained arrow. It's not.
No,
succumb
no,
to, like,
no. I heard.
arrows.
Listen.
Please save the arrow. Hashtag save the
No,
arrow.
no. Landmark status. It may get an A. It may get the ace landmark status. I heard. There's a possibility. I spoke to somebody. That's word. So they're not touching that. I spoke to
Vekoma style
Darius.
that shit.
What happened?
Vekoma style that shit.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that, Colin? That they may be
I did
landmark
now.
status for Viper. Yeah,
I
the
did
Darius
just now
told me
from you.
they're not touching it. So I know you'll be very happy, Samson. It is a solid arrow, and you too, Joe.
All right,
What,
next up.
what happened?
You'll be very happy.
Of course. Any day.
If Great Adventure got the Giga Coaster, should it get a wing or dive next from B&M? I would
wing.
say so, but they could
Wing.
really use a launch coaster.
Wing.
A wing,
Wing.
yeah. Oh my God.
I think a wing would be good at Great Adventure.
I'm glad we're all in agreement. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
Where's the
Oh.
nearest dive coaster? Williamsburg.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
no.
Yeah. Soon to be
Williamsburg.
Hershey Park, perhaps too. Hershey Park may get a dive because they have a triple B&M
Yeah.
contract.
He got
So-
2 years, I think.
Yeah. I
So
believe
yeah,
so.
go
Like,
for
it's-
the wing, similar
Very-
to Wild Eagle. Wild
Very
Eagle at
hard to
Dollywood, that'd be
market a
nice.
dive coaster because I know it goes the same for every genre of roller coasters. When we were at Dino's Wonder Wheel, they originally they were looking at an RMC Raptor. However, it was very tough to market with Jersey Devil in the area, so it's the same thing with the dive. I think a wing would definitely.
Well, but it's not just that. In Hershey, the only area they can really expand is next to
Pandemonium.
Pandemonium. And they still have to develop that land.
Yeah, okay. You see, yeah, there is still a whole nother.
A lot of land. Yeah, they could put a dive there. Yeah, they bought that
Yeah.
land with the $150 million expansion in 2020,
Yeah,
2019.
that's a Hershey gimmick right there. A dive coaster would fit in very well there.
And they
Yeah.
have the train there, so they can actually go up and down with the train. So it could be a different drop there too.
Yeah, I agree.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
What a great park. One of the greatest independent parks in the world.
One of my favorite.
Yeah, mine too. I got a pass, king size pass.
Next up, here we go. This is one. I don't know if everyone is really going to have an opinion on this. I know I do.
man.
H, you haven't seen it, so don't speak on this matter. Thoughts on the new Black Panther movie, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever? I happen to be, well, I was a big MCU fan. They kind of let me down during Phase 4, if I'm being honest. I think the only real good movies to come out of Phase 4 was Spider-Man and this. I think Black Panther was really good. Obviously, they had to deal with the death of Chadwick Boseman, and that kind of derailed the entire script because it was all done before he died. But I think they did a really good job honoring him and moving on from that. I don't want to spoil anything because anything I say about the movie is a spoiler because there's really not much revealed in the trailer. So I'm just going to leave it at that. It was a really good movie.
Yeah, I will see it.
I'm going to
Definitely.
take a wild guess that nobody else here has seen it.
Oh,
You have seen it, Ryan? You've seen it?
Yes. Yes.
wow.
What'd you think?
I thought it was good for what it is, but of course, with Chadwick passing away, it wasn't the same. But still, they did what they could with what they had, and hopefully,
yeah.
the one comes out it's as good as this one was.
Yeah.
I do want to jump down real quick. There's another question about this. Come on, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness was so good. How'd you not like that? Now, the circumstances I watched it in were really good. I got to watch it at the Cinemark at Universal. So that was really cool of an experience. I don't know. I just feel like it was a big letdown for what it could be. Like, it shouldn't have been called Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness because he wasn't in the Multiverse of Madness. He went to one different universe. I mean, it was more about the Scarlet Witch than anything else. So in that regard, I was hugely disappointed. It was still a good movie. It had some interesting parts, and my favorite parts of the movie were not what I would have thought they would have been. But I think the biggest issue with it is how they wasted stuff like the Illuminati and other multiversal stuff. They really could have done something crazy with the idea of a multiverse. And the best idea they could come up with is that you stop on green and go on red. Like, really? That just felt incredibly lame to me. But it's still fun. It was still good. I'm talking about like a roller coaster. It was still a good movie. All right, let's see. Back up here, if I can find where I was at. Mine Train gives the best ejector airtime at Great Adventure behind Toro and Devil. That's my hot take. You're probably right.
All right, hold on. It's not. It's the most violent. It's not the strongest.
Yeah.
It's very abrupt. It's the scariest for sure.
You're talking about air
But El Toro is sustained forces.
Well, he's saying behind Toro. Behind Toro.
Mine Train is just, oh my God, I might die.
I mean, that last time hill is crazy.
Yeah. But if you,
Yeah. Ryan?
Yes.
What you think about the Mine Train?
I agree with that. Because the last hill before the turn, before you hit the station, it's like, holy crap, I might fall into the lake and be Turtle's lunch today.
And we're going to get derailed onto the water.
Oh, man. Ooh.
All right, next up.
It's painful.
Ace, you going for any records next year?
Going for any records? Maybe I get the 550 next year with all the coasters I have to do and the little kitty coasters I haven't done at Dollywood and so many scattered little, coasters that I haven't done at certain parks. So that's about it. Nothing like the last 3 years to get 300, 400, and 500. So 550 would be good enough before I get to 600, probably in 24, 25.
I'm going to
what's the most rides on Jersey Devil? It's my question.
For who?
Oh, my most rides on Jersey Devil?
Everybody.
Mine's is the January 1st of this year, the last day of Holiday in the Park for the 2021 season. I did like about 14 the last day of the season.
There's 21 of you watching now. Drop in the comments, every single one of you. If you don't, I know who you are. How many rides have you had on Jersey Devil over the year, let's say?
And what's your most in one
ballpark. I'm not asking you to completely,
At least 100, over 100, easily over 100.
Now I have to participate this year. Jersey Devil this year, I've ridden it 86 times. I had too much of Jersey Devil last year. Last year I rode it 390
times. Last year was very inconsistent as well.
I mean, we overrode it on July 3rd. I had over 25 in a row on July 3rd.
The most I did in a day on Devil was last year at Media Day. I did it 32 times in the day. I think I did like 20 in a row, 25 in a row. I don't remember, but I definitely ended with 30.
All in the back?
Not all in the back, mostly in the back because it was Media Day. So I got to just kind of,
train by train.
How about you, Ryan?
Of course, me and Toro, but for Devil, I do not know. But for Toro this year, I did it 380 times. And I did it 42 straight times without getting off.
Yeah, I didn't even come close to that with my car record. I've actually met a lot of records this year for myself, Colin. First and foremost, of course, which made me Mr. Car 26 times back in May for King the Car. Fury. No, it started with Fury. No, 26.
Hey, so I got to pause you. We got a super chat from John.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
thank you, John, for the super chat. So late December, I will let you guys know my 2023 plans. Also, I left a juicy question. Also, happy early Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, John.
As well, John. And let me see John's juicy question he left in the chat. Here it is. Hey, Colin, ask Mr. Toro who his favorite YouTuber is. I heard a rumor it could be CS. CS is in Hollywood Studios? Well, then thank you.
No.
I know who's referencing. Ryan, is that rumor true?
It's not Coaster Studios.
Okay.
We'd have to go with Airtime Thrills and you.
Respect it.
Chris is a good guy. I wrote up for him. A good guy.
Let's see. Here we go. What's the most new coasters you've ridden in 1 year? Mine's close to 100. I don't remember the exact number though. It might have been last year. I think it was last year.
Mine was King to Ka. King to Ka. I usually get over 100 rides a year.
No, most new roller coaster you've ridden in a year.
New.
Icebreaker?
I honestly,
No.
it was Jersey Devil when it
No,
first came out.
different coasters.
No, you guys got it wrong again.
Different coasters.
Most
Different new
different
coasters.
roller coasters.
Add
Most
your
new
coaster
credits
count.
in 1 year.
Your coaster
Different.
credit. New coaster.
I mean,
most new
most
credits.
unique coaster credit.
No, different.
Jesus Christ.
So
why
it's
not
the number
getting-
amount of coasters you did in a year.
Oh,
How
in
many new
total.
credits did you get in a year?
Yes. Credits
Oh, credits. Okay.
New.
Yeah, okay.
Credits.
Got it.
Not much.
Yeah.
I'll probably What about you,
Take
Ryan?
your turn, please.
No?
This year I got 66.
Nice.
Okay.
So I'm really happy about that.
Samson
First
Stephen's
knocked
still
out
thinking.
Williamsburg, most of Dominion. I'm there, and I went back to
Okay.
New England 2 weeks ago. I'm still missing 1 credit, so
Hmm.
I'm getting there.
Oh, great.
Monkey Man, you're 6'3"? Oh,
I'm about 6'3".
nice.
I'd be looking up to you.
I'm proud. I'm proud at 6'1". Holy crap!
So
You're
you.
still short, damn it.
Moving on.
So how many? So I got like about 150 because I went from 300 to 500. Like I just skyrocketed right up there from 2021 to this year. So I'm at 511 now. So I was probably like at 350 last year and at this time.
Hmm.
So probably like 150. So yeah, 26 times on Turo for the day, 26 times on Ka, and
Well,
26 times on Iron Gwazi.
I gotta say this, Ace. So Monkey Man left an interesting comment from earlier. Bro's most popular video is a puppy being born.
Wow.
Yeah. So I tried to. I took that down when I was doing the Hollywood Archives project because I just didn't want that to show. But honestly, the only way to go forward is to honor your past, and I would be a fool to take down that video, which is currently sitting at 86,000 views of a puppy being born.
Also, it's a freaking puppy being born. Like, who doesn't want to see that? There's a reason it has so many views. A coaster can't give birth to another coaster.
It
No.
could.
Wait,
That's not true.
unless you're RMC.
style.
Unless you're RMC.
Come on.
You know, but,
Unless your son
but
he's
like, come
You
on,
should
it doesn't.
always think about it.
Like Hollywood said to you guys before, Hollywood was a more like a general channel before coasters. God forbid you don't want to see a puppy being born.
Hey, Phil.
You better leave that video on your channel.
Phil, do you
Oh,
have
it's staying there.
tomorrow?
I mean, I'm guessing the reason it blew up is because pretty much, well, not pretty much no, but majority of people have not seen something like that. And I'm sure YouTube, with its stupid algorithm, just promoted it to everyone. So it just pop up in your recommended feed. It's only like a minute long. Well, of course I'm going to watch it. And that's how it generated the views it got. They all came in like April of 2019 too. It was really weird. But yeah, enough of that. Wait, you were 8 years old in 2014. That is correct.
That is correct.
And I was 8 years old when my YouTube became a thing. That is correct. I was 8 when Hollywood Studios was born.
Yep.
What's your favorite video game? Now, if you were asking me this maybe a year or 2 years ago, I'd have a very different answer. But recently, over the past, I guess, half a year, really, I've kind of avoided playing video games. And this is, again, my opinion. I just feel very demotivated, and I feel like I'm not accomplishing anything when I do that. It's not even a hobby to me anymore. I just feel like, all right, if I'm going to sit down and play this game, what am I getting out of it? I'm getting aggravation, and I'm having to put in work to get something that has no meaning to me. That's kind of the way I look at it. The only game I ever play at this point is Planet Coaster, and when I'm feeling really pissed off, I'll just screw around in GTA, but I haven't done that since like March. So I guess by default, my favorite game right now is Planet Coaster, but I have a lot of problems with Planet Coaster too, so I wouldn't really say I have a favorite video game. Samson, Joe, I'm sure you guys have a decent answer to this.
Listen, I play GTA for therapy. That's not something anybody should say. But it's like I don't know. Like I grew up in the '90s, so like I'm very old school in my video games. So I'm very I'm Need for Speed, Grand Theft Auto, Halo. I'm everything pretty much that has to do with
shooting.
A good video game.
I've played every single video game.
God of War. A lot of the Lord of the Rings video games are very good. Battlefront 2 from Star Wars is very good. Jesus, Forza was good. There was, I'm very, if it's for video games, at least, if it's popular, it's me. I get into it for a very little bit, but it can't take up my time.
Ryan?
I would have to say Wii bowling, just because I like bowling and just it's so easy and fun. It's cheesy.
Wii Sports is the best.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ace, what about you? I'm curious to hear what you
man, you're gonna laugh your asses off on this one.
Oh god.
I used to play on everybody's game systems in the 2000s. I have to say to this day, Marvel vs. Capcom on the PlayStation 2. I haven't played on the 3 and the 4.
Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom cheesing on PlayStation 2. I'd kicked everybody's ass with cable. Blew everybody away.
Bring it, Ace.
And Onslaught.
Bring
I
it.
love Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm a huge Marvel fan. What can I say? I love it. I love the X-Men and all the characters. Don't y'all just love a good ass kicking on Marvel vs. Capcom? How about you, Colin?
Yeah, I mean, I've played it before. I played,
Awesome.
Street Fighter games similar. They're fun.
Yeah.
Beat 'em ups are fun.
Joe and Samson, you like that too?
Dreamcast.
Wow, Dreamcast. Wow.
Yeah, bring it back to Dreamcast.
Wow. Dreamcast. That's way back.
And that's before my time.
Take a Dreamcast in the 2000s, before Nintendo bought them out.
What was that? What was that?
No, that was Sega Genesis, and then it
was
turned to
Sega Genesis,
and then it
yeah.
went to PlayStation.
Yeah. Dreamcast best game was Ozzy's World or the Alien Oz's World.
Yeah.
World of Oz. Oh my god.
No.
Sega Dreamcast. Wow, along with PlayStation 2.
I have Dreamcast at home still.
Do you?
Yeah.
And Nintendo and Nintendo 64.
I
was
have
with
that
that.
too.
Yeah.
Those are the games. Oh my god, those are the days. I don't do video. I'm like Colin now. It's not productive. It's not productive for me, so I don't have no time for that. All my time is spent on coasters,
when you're traveling, you might as well bring the system with you. You can play.
No, I gotta drive. I can't do that. Yeah, I just listen to my music, and probably speak to Phil and Colin.
Games. We had a nice fruitful discussion. Describe your first time riding Ka and Toro. And what's funny is that I remember this so. Hold on. Let's pause a second. We got another super chat from John. We'll get back to this.
Okay, great.
Thank you, John, for the super chat. So I've heard a rumor about GTA 6, and let's just say rest in peace the GTA franchise. I have a gut feeling that this decade will get a lot more interesting. I love GTA 5. The GTA 6 leaks look very promising, and I'll leave it at that. Anyways, back up here if I can find it. Where's the question? There it is. So, King to Ka. I was finally tall enough in 2016, and I believe it was my second visit of the season that year that I was finally going on Ka. And I wasn't really tall enough. Just like with Toro, he stuffed napkins in my shoes, so I was like barely there, of course. And so we get up to the station. I got checked like twice, height checked twice, both at the entrance and at that midpoint right by the lockers. So we go up, and the gates just, of course, they open right as we go up. So he's like, come on, come on. I had no time to think about not doing it or anything. I was shuffled right in. I believe it was row 5 I was put in. So it was going to be a rough ride. Shoulder over the shoulder restraint goes down, get launched, come back. And I was amazed. I couldn't believe what I had just done. And then as for Toro, I first rode Toro in the summer of 2013. So you can do the math. I was pretty young, 7, I guess. And I was petrified because I had gone to the park so many times, rode Rolling Thunder all the time, and was never tall enough until he stuffed enough napkins in my shoes. Where I was like 47 something inches and then barely hit 48 with the napkins. I was like, all right, let's do it. So we go on. I don't know where I was sitting. All I remember is that when I came off that ride, I was so scared. I did not want to go back on. He's like, come on, Colin, there's no ride. There's no line. Let's go back on. I was like, no, let's go eat something. And I like never ate any food at the park. So then when we're leaving the park, he's like, well, you think you'd go back on El Toro? I was like, oh, yeah, definitely. He's like, all right, we'll turn around and go back in. I was like, well, not today. And that was that. So,
Wow.
And I see a question now. I'm just going to answer it now. How many times did you ride Rolling Thunder? I have no idea how many times, but it had to be at least 100. I rode the crap out of the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
What about you guys?
El Toro, I rode the first public opening
Rolling
night.
Thunder.
Rolling Thunder, I
Oh,
rode.
Toro and Ka.
Oh, yeah, Toro. I'm over 1,000. I think the only person in front, I think one or two people in front of me. Casey's one of them.
Casey's.
Hi, Casey. Yeah, Casey's one of them. Ka, I've ridden over 1,600 times. This year, I've ridden it over 150. Put me over, so.
So my first time on Toro was when we first started the channel, actually.
Yes.
And of course, I'm always hands up, so I decided to bruise my sternum on the first ride ever on that.
He wasn't aware that El Toro does need a little
the
bit
first
of
drive, you don't know. I'm like, lean backwards, not forwards.
Yeah, it's
Bruise the sternum. Like I was cracking up. I was like, I'm going on again. I don't care. King Kong was saying, it's awesome. It's just
a rush.
I'm up there. I know that because that was not my first ride when we started. So I'm probably around 400, 500.
El Toro, you're at a couple hundred. I know that.
I know that, but they need to get that up and running though.
2024.
Ryan?
2015 was my first time I ever rode King of Ka because I wasn't ready yet for Toro. Because in 2006, I went on a class trip. I saw it. I'm like, what is this monstrosity? When the heck did they get this thing? And then it wasn't open yet, obviously. It wasn't open yet for another 2 weeks. It had the sign opening in 2 weeks. It had the El Toro logo. And then, obviously, I've been on Toro over 1,600 times, which is insane. I never thought I'd ever get that many rides on it. And I'm now 364 away from my 2,000th time overall, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Wow.
I saw a good question before. Brian Bola.
So,
all right, this is for all of us. Sorry for speaking over you, Colin, but this is a good question. Describe your first ride on your number one coaster, Colin. This is from Brian Bola.
Iron Buzz. In fact,
Yeah.
I was sitting right in front of Brian with the GoPro. I believe it was in row 10, and they were in row 11. And now, this is going to sound ridiculous. Initially, I was like, I wasn't fully on board with Gwazi at first. It took a few rides for me to really realize, holy crap. The first ride, I think I was so concerned with filming and looking at the camera and making sure I didn't look like a fool that I couldn't really like keep track of the whole ride. I was just like in such a blur from it because it goes so
We
quick
understand.
that layout. I needed a couple rides to really get the hang of it. But once I got the hang of it, I mean, I've ridden it 34 times now, so it's good.
Yeah.
So yeah, back to my Ka and Toro experiences. Well, I've been one of the lucky guys since I've been a pass holder since 2001 because of Nitro, and been going to the park since 1988. I actually got to go to the opening weekend of both coasters, two of my favorite coasters of all time, especially much to your pleasure, Mr. Turo. Starting with King of Ka because it came out first, May 21st, 2005. That blind was so long, and I kid you not, I was in better shape actually back then. I had to literally haul ass. It was a match made in heaven. I ran over there. I was one of probably the 15, 20 people waiting online to get on King of Ka, and I went right to the first floor, believe on the left side, not the part where we go out now, but the other side of the station. So my first ride on King of Ka, I had to get switched right onto the track. So of course, the switch track was working at that time. One hell of it was so butter smooth because I was in the front row on the right seat. What a great ride! And El Toro, same thing. Had to run over there June 16th, 2006, opening day weekend, because that opened late too in the season. Man, one hell of an experience. I never look back. Glass move. It's like riding a steel coaster. Awesome ride. I'm telling you. Great. So 2 wonderful experiences on opening day weekends.
So Ace, what was your most memorable experience on your favorite coaster?
My most memorable experience on my favorite coaster was when I obtained my record on Iron Gwazi, my record for the day of 26 to tie my other car and Fury records. I was very, very happy. And it was one of my better rides in the front row. It's like Colin alluded to earlier, that ride is so fast, it takes you a few rides to get used to it. Man. And I'm still like knocking the cobwebs out at on my 26 ride. That's what Iron Gwazi does. That's my favorite coaster.
Oh yeah.
Iron Gwazi. Yeah, that's why I showed y'all the shirt earlier. There's nothing like it. Right, Colin?
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next. We got a lot of stuff to get through, so I'm gonna fly through.
Okay.
All righty. So I might as well do a quick summary of what happened on the last trip. So I did a little good talk about it before, but basically I had the Insta360 with me with the selfie stick because Dollywood allows you to have selfie sticks in the park, and their Christmas event is constantly ranked as the best Christmas event at any park. So, of course, I wanted to get a video of the whole park, and I didn't realize that there's an entire section of Dollywood I've never been in, both in my 2019 visit and this year. And we found it. It was County Fair. I didn't know it existed. So we wound up all the way back there. We started right at the sign, went through Lightning Rod's area, went over there, came back, went all the way around, went into Wildwood Grove, came back out. It was a solid 40-minute full-on speed walk. And with and this is not to be, against anyone or anything, people in the South move slow. They move a lot slower than us in the North. It's just how it is. We're very fast-paced up here. So trying to maneuver around a relatively crowded Dollywood, trying to work at a breakneck pace, it was not easy. So that's what almost killed him. And, of course, Rail Runner at Anarchista, that thing is unbelievably intense. Brace yourself if you go full speed on that.
I'm a break this, so that's good.
This is with regard to Goliath at New England. They've been using the Goliath plot for the Kid Zone during Fright Fest and fireworks viewing and stuff. I don't see them touching it for a bit. It's a good open space for them to work with, kind of like that spot next to the Joker where the Great Lake Grandstand used to be. They can kind of have that there for events and whatnot. So I guess it's good to have an open space you can use. Let's see. Here we go. Do you think that it's cool in Twisted Colossus and Iron Gwazi, the ones that got converted into an RMC? You can see the concrete pads from the old coasters. It is cool. I mean, you don't immediately see it, but when you see it, you're like, wow, that is cool. And this is the thing about Hurricane Harbor. How come King Cobra got removed so shortly after it opened a Great Adventure? Honestly, I don't know. I think they needed an addition for Mexico, so they ripped this out. But also, it doesn't. I don't know, Brian. I think you must know, don't you?
Some lady got hurt on it, and she made a big lawsuit out of it, and they decided to say that they felt it wasn't safe after that. She apparently twisted her ankle coming up, getting off the ride. And yeah, that's what I've heard.
Wonderful.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see here. What's next?
Ooh, Hunter, best new coaster 2023.
Airy Force. Oh no, God Escape or Totatus.
Yeah, Airy Force one.
Ooh,
number one for 2023.
Totatus looks
Absolutely.
really good.
Totatus and
looks great.
Escape literally looks like a Batman-themed Velocicoaster.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how much better it gets than that.
Yes, yeah. I don't know why I'm so intrigued with Palindrome too. I have no idea why. I know it's small, but I feel like that can lead to different designs that Gerstlauer can put out.
All right, next up. I don't know what this is, so I can't comment on it. I don't know what the Sucamanto coaster is in Panama. Sorry. Let's see. Rhoda, these live streams. Does any viewer talk to one another? Not sure what you mean. I mean, there's always side conversations in the chat, and I highly encourage that. So, East Coasters, what is, well, I guess he's saying hi. What is everyone's first coaster credit? Mine was either Roadrunner Railway, which is now known as Little Devil, or Sea Serpent at Keensburg.
If we're gonna count a family coaster, it's Rolling Thunder for me, Extreme Coaster, Superman, Ultimate Flight.
And then Scream Machine for me.
Scream Machine for Joe as well, yeah.
Scream Machine, wow.
Ryan?
My first was Batman at Great Adventure, and then I went on Medusa, and then I did Rolling Thunder for the first time.
My first 3 classics. So I'm just gonna leave it at the first 3.
Well, let's hear it. We gotta move along.
Yeah, real quick. Rolling Thunder, Cyclone, and Runaway Train.
And I should mention my first major coaster or thrill coaster was Rolling Thunder. Ryan, are you going to work at Great Adventure next summer?
I am.
Oh,
Nice.
great.
I'm returning.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Nice.
Busch Gardens Williamsburg builds a mock extreme spinner for 2024? No.
No,
I think they're
RMC
probably going to get a hyper
hybrid.
hybrid.
Yep.
Yeah.
RMC, yeah. Easily. Everything, all the winds are pointed towards that.
Yeah,
Let's see.
they're taking out the mock tower.
What's everyone's favorite train revealed at Iaapa? Probably Big Bear Mountain.
Big Bear Mountain.
Definitely.
Yeah, I concur. I concur.
Well, the front of Wildcat's Revenge, it only looks good from one angle, which I don't think is a good idea. I just kind of wish it was more looking straight on at you and it looked a bit bigger and more cartoonish. That way it would just have a bit of a better look. But
Yeah.
Big Bear Mountain, they did a phenomenal job. And
Yeah,
It doesn't
concur.
look so aerodynamic either. It seems like a very diagonal heavy lead car, but we'll see.
Pipeline looks so clean. Just
Yes.
it looks so
Yeah.
simplistic and minimalistic. It looks really nice.
Well, it has to. Like a surfboard, there's nothing to it. It's
No.
just pristine, smooth. Like it's
It's not just
they
that.
really did
The
good.
suspension on that is totally different from a normal
Yeah.
stand-up too.
Right.
I love how B&M is still like, we're going our speed. You guys are going to deal with it because we make amazing products.
Right.
Yeah, don't talk smack about B&M.
No, bad move.
Wow.
As someone may have
Yeah,
learned.
that's one of my favorites, Samson. B&M.
Yep.
With Intamin and RMC.
Intamin's my favorite, but I think B&M
Oh,
is
cool.
There's an agreement
Hands
with
down.
us.
Intamin, RMC, and B&M, the top 3, easily. Easily top 1 is Intamin.
Our RMC needs another decade to prove themselves. So RMC is an amazing company, but the
number
Swiss
3.
manufacturer is just not.
Yeah,
gonna
to Swiss.
They need right.
Intamin, B&M.
We're talking quality and quantity. They still have the materials to make
Intamin. They do everything. Skyride, everything.
Yeah.
All types of stuff. Yeah.
Well,
Jersey Devils restraints aren't good if you ask me.
No.
Compared
no,
to Wonder
better.
Woman, Golden Lasso Coaster, and Railblazer, I would disagree because it's a lot more comfortable up here. However, the trains themselves, with the way you have to straddle the track, I strongly dislike how far out your legs have to be spread, because I'm sure we all know a marathon on Jersey Devil destroys your legs because of the position you have to put them in.
Yeah, if they put that damn thing down so far, I damn near had a Charlie horse. My leg was toe to hell. I think you saw me walking sideways.
Well, you
Oh
always
my
walk
God.
because you have your leg issue.
Yeah, my leg. I have a bad knee, so the knee pain from all the walking I've done, the 30,000 miles of walking that
All
I
right.
did.
It looks like
Go
Joe
ahead.
has something to say.
So
Hey, Colin.
you gotta give yourself a little gap. Hike up your
I tried
heels a
to, but
little,
some of the-
and then give
Some
yourself
of
a
the
gap.
operators, they kind of like push it down, then push it down more and more and more.
That's why
Jesus Christ.
you put your heels up a little, so it brings it up a little. When they push it down, it hits that. When you go through, drop it.
True. What's up, Ryan?
So I got this stuff in the mail. This one thing in the mail about a year ago, and I got this one thing about 2 months ago. I got this from Intamin.
Oh, wow.
That's
I
cool.
said I'm a big fan. I got that, and it opens up to a big poster, has all the rides they were made.
That's
And
cool.
then B&M
That is great.
sent this to me.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Was it like a portfolio
So
of all their coaster models?
Yeah, it has the stand up in there has their gigas. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It goes for $55 on eBay.
Nice. All right, let's see here.
Go ahead.
Anyone else disappointed in Iaapa this year, and why was there no live stream? Years past, almost every reveal had at least 3 to 4 live streams. I agree with you there. I mean, 2023 is not the craziest coaster year, so I kind of knew Iaapa wasn't going to be anything crazy this year. I mean, when the best thing to come out of Iaapa is the announcement of 2 coasters that are clones for a boardwalk in New Jersey, you know it's nothing crazy. But I do think it was very odd there weren't many live streams. And there were a lot of people there who I knew that are, coaster YouTubers, Instagrammers, whatever. And the fact that they didn't stream that much was very surprising to me. So I'm hoping next year's will be a lot better because the 2024 is going to be a massive year for coasters.
Collywood, I assume
And
we'll
then
see you
also-
there. We're gonna strive to get there next year.
That's the hope for me.
All right, cool.
School,
As far
and
as far as us guys, by 9:30, me and Joe do have to be out. I got to be up at 4 a.m. tomorrow as well as I did
Okay.
the schedule.
Yeah, I'm up
So
early.
around 9:30 we'll leave it. We're East Coasters will sign out, but we thank Collywood for the hospitality.
of course, man. Thanks for joining. I'm probably
Yeah, anytime,
dude, anytime.
Listen,
I'm
you're
gonna
great characters. We need that for the town. Samson and Joe. Go
I'm going
ahead.
to make sure this wraps up for us no later than 10 o'clock because
Okay.
I have school tomorrow. So, Anyways, let's fly through these questions, shall we? Starting wherever I was, if I can find it. There we go.
And then Storybook Land's getting a new coaster too.
Yeah, they're getting the
Cinderella coaster.
Yes. Oh, this is a good one. Could we do like a Collywood night at Great Adventure? Talk to someone at the park about riding from 9 p.m. to midnight, like an enthusiast night. I know there's a coaster thon, but I would love a late night thing. I've thought about doing my own event at Great Adventure for a while now. The whole complication of it is getting enough people to do it, because obviously setting something up like that is not free. You have to pay. They have to pay the employees to operate their rides that late. So, I mean, if I was able to get together enough people, split it up and we figure it out, I would love to do something along those lines. But it's definitely a big complication, and that's why I usually just kind of leave it to the coaster clubs like Ace and Coaster Crew and Buzz Bars, all of them.
I like that idea.
Let's see. Next up,
Hunter, that's a good idea. They should move Iaapa around every year and switch it up instead of Florida. I like that idea.
Yeah,
I
That's
agree.
kind of like the Super Bowl.
That's kind of like
Bring it
Super
up
Bowl,
here to
World
New York.
Cup. I like that. That's a good idea, Hunter.
Let's see. When are you turning 17, Colin? This spring. With Six
Why?
Flags testing deals at
Watch out, he's on
Iaapa.
the road.
Yeah, I'm on the road. Clear the roadways.
Yeah. If you see a GoPro with 10 feet of pole sticking out of a car, that's either me or Colin.
Mm.
I'm sorry. I'm
Exactly.
sorry, Phil. Watch out.
With Six Flags testing deals at Iaapa, what are your predictions going off those companies? I think they're going to start long-term agreements with Six Flags. That's what I think. Let's see. Let's see. A lot of these are more of a conversation. What do you think is the best overall event that Six Flags has to offer? If we're talking like a seasonal event, I'm gonna have to say Holiday in the Park. I just love the way they do it at Great Adventure. If we're talking a coaster event, obviously Drolathon. However, I imagine the Coaster Rodeo at Fiesta Texas is better. Let's see here. Oh, Ace, did you hear back from Guinness?
No.
What did you do, Ace?
511 coasters.
Oh,
Guinness World Record. I thought you meant the Guinness beer.
scared. I thought Jesus.
Wow.
They sent him a free sample.
There you go.
All right,
Guys,
next-
have a good night, all right?
Good night,
All right.
guys.
Colin,
you,
Some
guys.
great, y'all some
Thank
great
you.
characters. It's a pleasure having y'all on
See
the
you
show
next
today.
time, buddy, guys.
See you
Take care,
guys.
Sam. Take care, Joe.
There you guys.
Oops, didn't mean to do that. All right.
Good night.
Next up, Mr. Toro is fudging his numbers. He's actually at almost 1,500 times. I think he's getting confused with my numbers on Zoom and Jaro 1,700 times. What do you have to say to that, Ryan?
No comment.
Wow.
Next up, and all right, we're getting close. Making our way down there. I got to get this over with soon because I got to go to sleep.
Same.
Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. A lot of conversation in here. Trying to find the questions. Let's see. Here we go. Colin, I think the Q3 earnings call is going in a good direction for the smaller parks and parks that need good investments. I agree. So, Salim specifically mentioned, or maybe it was Gary, I don't remember, that they do know that there's some parks that still need some help in terms of investments and beautification. So hopefully they'll get that. What does King's Dominion replace Volcano with? I think a wing coaster would be good, but I think it'd be better if they went with something a little more ambitious, kind of in the same vein as Volcano. So I don't know. I think it'd be cool to see an SNS air launch come back. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah, or maybe a hyper or something. That's what I heard. But yeah, the wing will be better than having nothing. Yeah.
It looked like
I'm just depressed. I'm depressed. Go ahead, Ryan. I can't even say much more about it. I miss Volcano.
Cam, it's going to be Intimidator 306.
Interesting.
All right, looks like we're actually almost at the end of the questions here. So I'm going to put a line in the chat in 1 minute. Send in your final questions, and that will be the line, and then we're going to close it off after that.
Okay.
It was a great stream, and I really do thank you guys. We're still going to power through these final questions here. Should Greater Venture get an RMC Hyper? No. They have a Raptor that's 130 feet, so getting a taller single rail would just make Jersey Devil obsolete. And they have El Toro, which is almost a wooden hypercoaster. So to build a ground-up RMC hybrid, even with a truss lift, you have El Toro. So
yeah,
why bother?
And also, I know you know this. Y'all both know this. When they built El Toro, remember, RMC had their hand in it. So exactly. Why would you even bother? Yeah, we already have pretty much our RMC and the Great El Toro. So yeah.
Yeah, they subcontracted it.
Exactly. So we're good. We have two RMCs practically, Toro and Devil.
Good. We're fine.
Exactly.
All right, I just put a Q&A thing in the chat. This is brand new from YouTube, so guess we'll see how it goes. I've never done this before. So yeah, let's see how it goes. But I'm going to power through these other questions here. What 2024 ride do you think they'll put in a Great Adventure, a B&M Giga? A lot of people think that at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. B&M Giga.
Next up, what do you think of Nitro's name change? Curious to see what you think. Wait for the video. Just wait for the video. It's coming. I know I keep saying I'm going to do it. Haven't done it yet. It's coming. It'll be here eventually. Which park is better, Dollywood or Silver Dollar City? Personally,
Dollywood.
I think Silver Dollar City.
What makes it better?
It's just more perfect. However, Dollywood really impressed me on my last visit, so they're very close.
Okay. Yeah, I like Dollywood more because of the coasters, and of course Dolly Parton, the church. It's just a little better. I love Silver Dollar City too, but Dollywood definitely takes that because I was impressed when I went last year.
All right, I'm going to put the line in the chat. You guys probably saw that Q&A thing pop up. It's not what I thought it was, so I got rid of it. Opinions of Air Force One. I think it looks incredible. Definitely a mid to upper tier RMC, probably more upper tier. Every element on it looks like it's going to really slap, so I'm very excited to see how that goes. I do think it will be better than Wildcats what do you think about Codaland's future in Austin, Texas, with the one Vekoma tilt coaster here in the U.S.? I hope there are more tilt coasters to come to the U.S. I think they're very promising. They're gimmicky, and they ruin the first drop. However, any Vekoma is a good Vekoma in the U.S. nowadays, at least. I'm not talking about boomerangs. So I hope that, Codaland's relationship with Vekoma will inspire other parks in the States to work with Vekoma as well.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I'm excited about it. Can't wait to get on it next year.
And, well, I'm going to answer one question after this because it was right after the thing. Ryan, how would you feel if Toro got RMC 208 track?
I would be heartbroken. No, but seriously, if it's getting up there in age, and I would love to see them really just prevent another major incident happening again, like what happened the last 2 times. But I'm open to anything really with it. I still love it, but still, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
And next, what would you add if Great Adventure completed the path from Ka to Toro? I would add a Premier multi-launch. I think that'd be really good right there. Or an RMC dueling coaster. Either way, a dueling coaster there to pay homage to Rolling Thunder.
Oh, Rolling Thunder.
The biggest missed opportunity.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Now, I'm going to answer this question. I'm making a video. I have a plan to make a video on this. More or less, I think it will definitely be open next year. And I'm hoping that they're going to just retrack it, make it better. But like I said, I'm going to go a little more in depth with a video to come soon. But that is going to do it for tonight's stream. I know it was a little on the shorter side, but we got things to do tomorrow, so had to end it off a little early. I, of course, want to thank before Samson and Joe from East Coasters for hopping on the stream. Really, really do appreciate them coming in here. Go check out their channel. They make some really, really great content. Of course, Ace, as always, he's like a staple of the live streams. He's always here. And Ryan popping in. I think it's been maybe a year since you were on the last one. But Ryan, thanks for coming. Ace, Ryan, if you guys have anything you want to plug, go right ahead.
Yeah. I wanted to mention something based on, remember the 2020? Actually, even though it coincided with you guys' trip of Texas or whatever you called it, I was going to go to those parks too because I had no choice because those are the only parks that were open. When I took my Texas, I flew to Texas, and of course I did the other one. Yeah. So I just wanted to get that out there. So
plug your Facebook.
Oh yeah, pretty much Ace Ka on Facebook. Ka, Ka, just as in King the Ka.
Ryan?
For those who didn't know, I worked at the park this past summer. So if you were at Justice League at Cyborg, I got to be attendant at Cyborg. I was operator, loader, and unloader at Justice League. And also on my last Wednesday, I got to do attendant at King the Ka. And we were down for 5 hours. And I was told from a family I ruined their vacation.
Wow.
It was fun.
Happy early Thanksgiving to everyone. Hope you guys have great Thanksgiving. And, of course, the holiday season's right around the corner, so everyone stay safe. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, be sure to like this stream. Stay tuned for more content coming soon to College Studios. Subscribe if you haven't already. And that's it for the stream. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Happy